Hello.
Welcome to this England won the Euros special edition version of... Because we could have won it by the time this goes out.
This is going out live.
We've won the Euros!
Congratulations to Harry Kane. Congratulations to Gareth Barry.
What a goal, by the way.
What a goal from Bellingham.
What a goal, by the way, from our nation's Lord and Saviour, Harry Kane.
You know...
What another no-look penalty by Ivan Toney.
It's weird that we were winning 4-0 and it still went to penalties, though. I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. Stick that up your jumper, you French or Spanish idiots.
Is that right? Yes. Yeah.
And I hate them both equally, of course.
Of course you do, but you are wearing a France hat.
France 98.
It could have happened. What are you going to do if England win the Euros?
Just what I did when we didn't win the Euros last time.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to batter my neighbour.
You're going to batter your neighbour?
Because the police will be so busy.
In the last Euros final,
Yeah.
my mate Jimmy, you know Jimmy from the podcast, who's on here.
He's really famous now, this Jimmy guy.
He came on. My mate from school is a very famous journalist, and Jimmy Famaro, episode like 2 or 3, you can look it up. Anyway, he got us an area, and we watched it in one of them like outdoor kind of food parky kind of places near London Bridge, and me and my dad were cheering Jordan Pickford saving his penalty so hard that we missed the fact that we then missed ours and lost. And after and that's it. My dad, when Jordan Pickford saved that penalty, my dad threw a jug of beer just into the air. So something similar to that I did last night, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Last night, 2 days ago.
Listen, it's like the
I've been out.
purge. It's like the purge. You can do what you
I've come
want.
straight from being out at the Euros. I've been out partying the whole time.
Yeah, well, it's good you made it.
No, I'm actually on a health kick at the moment. Can I tell you about that?
Please.
Because I, as you know from last week, I went to the Euro. I forgot to tell you this. Went to the Euros, and during the game, I went outside. You're allowed to go outside the stadium there, and I was wearing my favourite Fred Perry, and I turned around and I was like, that fat guy's wearing the same Fred Perry as me, and I realised it wasn't a window; it was a mirror.
Oh, dear.
So I'm trying to get, as my 40th birthday encroaches upon us, I'm trying to get in shape.
That's a really sad
in vain
story,
for
man.
my birthday.
Yeah. And then in a few weeks you're gonna see, oh, who's that sexy man wearing
Basically,
my
I'm
outfit?
doing a
It's me.
Zempic. I'm doing a Zempic.
Funny you should bring that up.
Oh yeah. If you're taking it, it's not working.
Shall we introduce our guest? I feel like.
Can I just say before we do so?
Yeah.
Thank you for your continued support on this podcast. A couple of ways you can help us out. Number one, obviously you could subscribe to the Patreon, but don't tell our guests because they'll want a cut of the money. Or if you can't actually afford it because your life sucks and you can't even afford like the £5 a month, like who can't afford that anyway? Please just like, rate, and subscribe, especially on iTunes. We'd love to get in the bloody comedy chart one day.
And Spotify as well.
Yeah, but Spotify, we've got 85-star reviews on Spotify.
80?
That's good, isn't it?
We've got about 3 listeners. How do we get 80?
I keep
Did you bot
pressing
that?
refresh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
to our guest.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it like that. I hated that intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm very, very lucky and happy in life to say that we've got a good friend of mine, and that's actually true. I like him a lot. I hadn't seen him for a little while. Maybe his birthday party was the last time I know.
Best of friends.
Best of friends. He lives near me, so he's going to come over.
Don't go
Anyway.
to his house. It's full of mould.
This is the new place.
But do you like mould or?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm from New Zealand. We love mold.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Mould of the rings.
We've got a proper comedian, actor. Like, he's got a proper Wikipedia filmography bit, which not many do. He has been in...
You're just not looking at the right Wikipedia. I've got loads. I've been in loads of films.
The Brokenwood Mysteries, which is some kind of New Zealand show, which I actually noticed on TV once and saw him in, which was amazing.
Thank you.
I would have freaked out.
He was the Yellow Power Ranger. That's something he's going to be talking about in this year's Edinburgh Fringe Festivale.
And hopefully in this podcast.
Please.
Otherwise he's getting hooked.
Everybody, it's Nick Sampson.
Hello. Thank you so much
Hello.
for having me.
Joey has to do an intro now because we have to keep everything level.
And you have to
Sure,
guess
sure,
who's...
sure.
Oh, we forgot to ask last week who's the best, but I think it was probably mine.
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
We were trying to keep a loose score of who does the best intros, but we've never actually managed to keep the score.
No,
Or
Yeah.
care.
How much of the podcast ends up being intros to things?
Yeah,
45
yeah.
minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 45 minutes. Yeah. Power Rangers Mystic Force. Baby Done. Funny Girls. We've all heard of them, if not seen them. This guy was in all of them.
Wow, I gotta say, I love the energy of the.
He's a stand-up comedian. I think I gigged with him once, but it was very unmemorable if I didn't do it. His name is
Now it's evened out.
Mick Simpson. Mick Simpson.
Oh man, it started so well.
Homer Simpson.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. What a
Hello.
pleasure.
Welcome.
A
Shall I
joy.
tell you something funny? When I first,
I hope so.
Nick has done some bits with me, and like we did. I did a little web series called The Acting School.
Why do I
that
have
Nick
to
was
come
very
back to
good
you?
on. Some stuff with my Pez United stuff over at Twitch, people will know, and my When Murderers Kill series that he was on as well.
was
It's
in
all
that.
on YouTube. It's all free.
It's
Now,
all
when-
gratis. And the only thing we ask you for is £5 a month, you slimy bastards.
Hey. Now, when I had that's us demonetized
Yeah.
on the YouTube. When,
No, you get bastards is a legitimate thing.
when you're on my acting thing, the friend in common we have who, because we didn't know each other, who put us in touch, which was very nice of her. She said, because I was going to go through your IMDb and talk to you about stuff and criticize your acting was the joke of the thing. She said, "Oh, don't bring up Power Rangers."
Because I would explode.
Well, I don't know because I didn't.
Was
know
that your
you.
special power?
So was that a sensitive thing? Has it been difficult?
I don't know why she said that.
No, me neither. 'Cause now you're
I've
doing a
recently
show
made
about
peace with it, and I'm talking about it now.
Were you ever?
It's like Robert Downey Jr. He's talking about it now. You know,
What's he talking about?
Power Rangers.
Was he in it?
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
See, here's the thing. I genuinely don't know anything about Power Rangers, so
Well,
I'm
there's
quite
been, like-
excited to ask you
there's
some
been
questions.
There's been like
from-
30 seasons, so anyone you meet could have been in Power Rangers at this point.
You don't know who's under the mask. It's like the Stigs.
Yeah.
But if you're not seeing Power Rangers, it's 4 Stigs from Top Gear.
Yeah.
Don't insult Power Rangers. I loved it very much. Now, did you
Can I-
also?
Can I say? A Power Ranger. When I was a kid, I don't know why, because there's no rhyme or reason, I really didn't like the idea of Power Rangers.
That's weird.
really?
Because I was into Captain Planet.
And you're like, they're worlds apart. These two,
No, and then I was
these
like,
two properties
this new
could
thing's
not
coming
be
along.
more
It's-
different.
Oh. So it's coming. I don't know why, but I was like, no, I don't want to watch that.
What was your favorite Captain Planet like Planeteer?
I'm gonna look. I'm glad you've asked, but because it wasn't any of the good. I never liked the good guys.
Oh, sure. Was it like
Let me look them up.
there was the woman who liked to catch dolphins in a net?
There was
Sorry?
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
I don't think that's correct.
Isn't that a game?
No, there was Duke Nukem.
There was Spider-Man.
Where are you looking this up?
No, that's what it says there.
Juke Nukem?
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. But there was a guy who looked a bit like Danny DeVito. I seem to remember that I liked. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, sounds great.
Let's not let
it doesn't
derail
have
the
your
podcast.
age. It doesn't have your age on Wikipedia. Very clever.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He was
There's
like a
no way of
dustman,
figuring that out.
like a sort of
No.
dustman guy.
I loved Power Rangers when I was a little lad. I was about 5. Absolutely loved them. I had a toy of the Black Ranger when he had an elephant.
Oh,
as his
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Did you also love it when you were little?
Yeah, I was a huge fan. I loved, the Red Ranger, all the robots, the fighting.
Tyrannosaur.
Yeah, yeah.
That was good.
See, I genuinely don't
No,
know
he
what's
has no
going on.
idea.
I've actually met the Black Ranger at I went to a Power Ranger convention, which was only for Power Rangers
Bloody hell.
and the fans.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'd be weird if it was just
It's just you
just those
actors.
guys hanging out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met him. Nice guy.
Wow.
I like the show, but then I had no idea that it kept going. Like
I think you
most of us
don't when you're because it is for little children, right?
yeah, it's for
But
tiny
in a
little
good,
children.
but I love it. That's no disrespect.
Yeah. Well, it has a huge fan base
Yeah.
of people of all ages, and
Yeah.
and then they moved to production to New Zealand. They started shooting it there, and I got cast in it when I was 18. It was my first job.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I lived in a hotel in Auckland for a year.
On your own.
Yeah, they
Because I know
put-
18 is old, but like,
Yeah.
like, is it old enough to?
No.
Technically, you're an adult, so you
It's
can
not
do
old
what you
enough to be responsible about money.
No.
They were like, they put us up in a hotel for a few weeks, and they were like, I think the idea was that we would then find our own like accommodation. And I was like, well, can I just live here in the hotel? And they were like, yeah, if you want. And then by
You
the end
realised
of
it was
Power
costing
Rangers,
you.
I'd spent pretty much all my money on the
and
hotel.
living in the hotel.
You were living like Richie Rich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was so good. It was
That's
incredible. We had a
absolutely
rooftop
crazy.
pool.
Really? Oh, was it? So was it really fancy? The hotel.
It was quite a fancy hotel. Yeah.
Now, and I'm only bringing this up to preface this to say that I was slightly in the same boat. But when I did Nevermind the Buzzcocks twice,
Yeah.
quite early on in my career, I became such a cocky little shithead.
You moved into a hotel.
So is that did you become quite cocky at the age of 18, living in a hotel, being in
Oh
being
yeah.
in Power Rangers?
I think I definitely came out of it being like, I'm set. I'm a superstar. I
Yeah.
came out of it. I auditioned for another show that was like a serious like drama, and I think my audition was like, "What do you mean I've only got 4 months to live?" Like just so so bad. And then like I didn't get anywhere. I ended up working in a
That's good
bakery after
acting.
that, which was like a good humbling. You know?
That's how I do all my auditions. I don't get. Well,
I
that's
think
fine.
it's good. Like just maybe it was doing the American accent. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe that
Did
was
you
wrong
have to
for
do an
my
American
part.
accent in the Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Did all the cast do that?
Yeah, we were all Australian and New Zealand, so
That's funny.
That's
isn't it?
mad though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because no offense, but just get American actors.
yeah.
Like, unless
No,
like,
but they do that in London now.
I know,
They do-
but I get it if like it's someone like you want Tom Hanks to play a part, you just got to do an accent. I get that because it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
But like for a TV advert, for example, let's come down to my level. You just get an American guy. You don't need me trying to do a Chicago accent for Chicago Town Pizza.
But
do you know
listen,
what I mean?
I've
would
auditioned
love to
for
see
the
that.
latest Men in Black film, the Barbie film. I had to be American in all of them.
Really?
You
It's
auditioned for the
weird.
latest Men in
How's
Black
your
film?
American accent?
I think it's
Hang on a
fine.
minute.
I do have to practice.
You auditioned for a Men in Black film.
Yeah, but as some geekin that works in an office who fancies the main woman.
Hey,
in
if
it.
it's good enough for Acaster in Ghostbusters, it's good enough for you in Men in Black.
Absolutely.
3.
Three? Was
Four?
it 4? I don't know.
Do
But
your
my
American
point is-
accent.
No.
Do your American accent.
All right, give me a line.
Hey, say like, hey, where are the Men in Black? We've got an alien problem.
We're the Men in Black. We got an alien problem.
That was spot on, man. That
Yeah.
was so good.
No, you just did his accent.
We got an alien problem. I need to.
I feel like all time stops then.
I really like that, but I had a real sense of the character.
Yeah, you did. That's exactly what I did.
You got more problems than an alien.
Wait, so the line is "We are the Men in Black." We
No,
got
where
an
are-
alien.
where are the Men in
Oh,
Black?
where?
Where are the Men in Black? We got an alien.
I thought they were
problem.
secret. That was the whole point.
Well, I guess he works there. He knows about them.
I would practice though.
Where's
I'd,
a hard
I'd
word
go
to
on.
start with, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what
We-
I mean.
Do you know what's a hard word to say in an American accent?
Go on.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
You don't have to say that 50 times an episode.
Power Rangers.
Were you the
Power
first
Rangers.
Yellow Ranger that was male? Because it used to always
no,
be.
there was another one before me.
Because it used to always be pink and yellow were girl colours.
Girl
Yeah,
colours.
yeah. No, they switched it
Disgusting
up.
girl colours.
Boo! Yellow.
they
This
switched
is
it
a
up.
boys' podcast.
No girls allowed. Girls allowed. Yeah, but very rarely as a male Yellow Ranger. It's, I feel it's a great honor.
Before we get into this, although you haven't done.
Oh,
You're not
God.
following the format of the show.
You're right.
Yet again.
It's because I like him and I
I
got
know.
excited. I'm really sorry.
Don't be
Nick.
biased with the score on this, please.
Oh, I won't. I'll
for
be brutal.
new people that are only here because they like Power Rangers or Nick, this is a feature called Vet the Guest.
Called Vet the Guest, where
It's
I
like
check.
a personality DBR check.
Okay.
But
It's
for
a
your
bit
personality,
like
not whether you're allowed to work with kids.
you know the Church of Scientology.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in. We work with them.
Love
it's-
'em.
Right. Fantastic.
It's a personality test to check if you are suitable to stay on the podcast or you got to get out of here.
All right, let's do it.
5 questions, please answer honestly. Joey can tell. He did a
really?
course in lie detection.
I'm
and
going to
inter-
stare.
feel my
I'm-
pulse?
and
no, I'm just
interrogation
gonna-
skills.
I'm just going to stare straight at you the whole time.
Question number 1: what's your chocolate of choice?
Tony's chocolate only.
Really?
Which one?
Just the regular one.
They
The-
have
Wait,
a-
what?
the red one.
The caramel
Yeah. No,
that's the
red is milk,
milk
chocolate,
chocolate,
right?
yeah.
Standard.
with nothing in it.
Nothing in it.
with nothing.
It's
in
good
it.
though. No?
I mean, I'm not judging the answers. Don't worry.
There's
about that.
there's a shop. There's a big Tony's store in Amsterdam. If you ever.
I have been past it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been. You've not been inside.
If I'm in Amsterdam,
I couldn't
I'm
trust
not going in a
myself.
place like that.
I think you are after all the drugs. Joey did heroin.
I
in
was too busy.
Amsterdam.
I had to go to the
Again.
Catten. I was on my way to the Catten Museum, which is a museum of cats.
I missed that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's actually you'd think that there's one cat at the very end. The rest is just like pictures of cats. You expect more cats, but there is a nice cat at the very end. I don't know
It's
how
like
to get it.
it's a
saved.
lot like the Anne Frank one, isn't it? You expect more of Anne Frank than you actually see.
Yeah, she's
You know
just there
what?
at the very
People,
end.
I saw the building. I saw the Anne Frank house. People were doing like selfies in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what you do.
Oh.
Question number 2: dream acting role?
My dream acting role. I don't know. President Lincoln.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in like a Power Rangers tone.
Yeah. And
Those two guys. Do you remember those two naughty guys that aren't the villains in Power Rangers? I don't know if they're in your series where the music goes.
oh, Bulk and Skull. Yeah.
Were they in yours?
No, we had a goblin and the owner of a CD store.
Why was he a bad guy?
He wasn't a
Pirates,
bad guy,
they're
but he was sort of
naughty.
the comic relief. He
They're
was sort of
naughty guys.
comic relief. Yeah,
They
he was
get
a bit
up
naughty.
to. They'll like hide the Power Rangers milkshakes.
They would like
Yeah,
make
yeah.
copies, burn copies of CDs they weren't
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah, and they kill. the
Our
guy.
series was Harry Potter themed, so we were wizards as well as Power Rangers.
Oh.
And there was a guy who turned into a train, and there was a cat
Thomas
who
the
was also a
Tank.
genie.
Wait, is any of this real?
Yeah, it's real.
There was
Thomas
a
the Tank Engine.
sorry. There was a guy that was a train.
There's a guy that turned into a
was
train.
his name Denzel Dumfries?
power
He's
was
like a
turning
freight
into a
train.
train.
He's good. Isn't
He's good.
He was actually called Solara Knight,
he?
but his power was to summon a giant train, and then he would sort of become the
All
train.
aboard.
And then
Yeah,
what?
we'd say that.
Train.
But then what? Did they charge into the baddie?
Yeah, I believe he just.
Did you have that?
As long as the
thing
baddie was on a train track, he was toast.
on the underground. Did you have that thing where you were all different robot things and they'd all join together for a big?
Yeah,
Yeah?
we'd turn into. I was a bird.
Transformers.
Yeah, but we would turn into the robots. One of the robots was a pink fairy who would turn into a football.
Not on a boys' podcast. It's not.
You know, cut that out.
But hang on a second. It turns into a football.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we would kick the football around and then kick the football at the bad monsters and they'd blow up. And
Really?
then we'd turn into a wizard with a hat and a big sword.
It sounds like Power Rangers is just taking a lot of other bits and just morphing it into their show. You've got Transformers in there. You've got Thomas the Tank Engine.
It's always had.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's
what
not
all
Thomas
great
the Tank
art
Engine.
cribs from other art.
Yeah,
That's
right.
absolutely true. That's absolutely spot on.
I'm just trying to become a shock jock.
Question number 3: what if vampires were real?
Oh, scary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Scary that you asked that question on last week's podcast.
Yeah, but she didn't give me the answer I wanted. She didn't seem that scared, you know.
I think it would make dating very difficult because you would never know if if you were attracted to someone or they were just a vampire.
But you'd say on your Hinge profile if you're a vampire,
Or
right?
you'd say no vampires.
Yeah.
No
No
vampire.
time wasters.
And you could always ask for Vladimir at the bar if you suspect you're on a date with a vampire. And get you out of there.
But you'd be like, am I catching feelings or are they just hypnotizing me because they want to drain me of my...
You need to see if they can come into your house without being invited.
That's it, yeah. But then... So you just like, you're on the doorstep, you're having a kiss, and then you're like, well, I'll go inside now.
And see if they're like, oh, well, I better be going.
God, it would be a nightmare.
That's a vampire then.
That's the vampire.
Be very careful. I wouldn't go out when it got dark.
No.
Just wouldn't go out.
I think you need to add a bit of jeopardy.
Oh, mate,
Into
I think
life
there's already
sometimes.
enough jeopardy in dating. Like, it's already quite
yeah,
scary.
Yeah. But we're not dating. We didn't talk about dating a vampire, you know. You added that.
I added that. All right. I just think they're sexy. I don't know.
Are you looking for love at the moment?
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not looking
all right.
for love.
Question number 4 is a good one. If you could fly, would you
Who
miss
says that?
taking flights?
Matt, what podcaster goes, here's something that is good that I've made?
Don't walk on the vet the guest, all right?
This question's a good one that I wrote.
If you could fly, would you miss taking flights?
That is a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah. You back
You
yourself.
couldn't watch a film or anything, you know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, who's going to fly over? I live in New Zealand. It's a 24-hour flight. Can you fly as fast as a plane?
Yeah. Would you fly next to the plane and wait for the passengers?
It'd be so cold. It would be
You
cold.
put a jacket on.
20. It's like a 12-hour flight
Yeah.
to like
It's a
Dubai.
lot of concentration.
You can have a nap in Dubai.
You can have a nap. Oh, not while you're flying though. You're basically the pilot.
That's a good
I would.
point.
I would still get planes.
Would you?
No.
Would
And
you
I'd just
fly?
get plane-
Would
I'd
you
just
fly to
fly.
the airport?
Yeah, I guess.
Would you land on the runway?
I'd fly through customs.
Would
So
you
it pisses
take
people
off
off.
from a runway?
Well,
Do I need to?
I guess.
so this is the thing, right?
It looked good.
Because you know, I drove around Germany.
Yeah.
It probably took the same amount of time as flying if you add up all the getting to the airport, having to be
Yeah.
there 2 hours before,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just as quick to drive.
When I went
on a
to
ferry.
Amsterdam, the trip to the airport was longer than the flight.
What?
Pathetic, innit?
That is pathetic.
Heathrow is far from anyway.
That's crazy.
And the final question, and it's funny that you said this before. This is genuinely in there. Would you take a Ozempic if no one ever knew?
Yeah, maybe for a bit. Yeah.
Sure, we always
Just
do
to
that.
try.
But I want to make sure. I want to know that it's safe first. I want to
It's
see.
not.
I want to
I
see.
was gonna say
I want to
it's
make
not.
sure people don't.
I don't
die
really
from
know what it
in the
is.
next 5 years.
It's a diabetes drug that you inject into yourself because it kills your appetite.
Okay.
Sharon Osbourne did it and said now she can't gain any weight. She's like a skeleton.
Anyone
I
who
would like to be a
anyone who
skeleton.
like looks a bit sinewy,
Yeah.
they've probably in Hollywood has
It's
done it.
people who
Yeah, I
have
would
no
like to be
cheek,
sinewy.
you know.
Yeah. I would like to be shocking to look
I just
at.
like to lose the old Page love handles that exist. There's like a
Yeah.
family trait.
Why don't you lipo that out? You don't need the Ozempic.
Sounds more.
It sounds like
expensive to
people would
lipo.
know if I was
Maybe.
doing Ozempic. Sounds like it would be very
It
obvious.
sounds like people would go. He said it on this podcast.
And suddenly it's illegal. I just like maybe my blood has been drained recently. You don't know. Maybe I've met someone.
That was brilliant, Nick. Thank you so much. You've scored 3,600 on Vet the Guest. You can now stay on the podcast.
600
You can
above
now-
the
I didn't
average.
see you add anything
You can
up.
now
That's
speak
600
to
above
Joey
the
Page.
average.
It does
Oh,
it
thank you.
automatically.
Yeah,
I pay £800 a year for this program.
Right, and it's five
Five
pounds a
questions.
month for the Patreon?
Basically, Nick.
Yeah.
You know that accounting software.
Yeah.
I've basically sold it to Bilal at £800 a month, even though you can get it at like a tenner a month.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
fucking
know.
genius.
Yeah, but it's really good for the feature.
Yeah, it's great, mate.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
keep-
Thank you.
keep-
I
keep
joined
paying me
in.
that
Yeah,
subscription.
I got to be involved.
You got to be involved.
That's a really good price.
Thank you so
That's
much
a
for
really
joining
good
us. I'm really enjoying this so far. Are you both?
I want to genuinely, because obviously,
Be sure to check in every few minutes.
obviously, I know how to be a comedian, but what I don't know how to be is a good actor. Like, I'm advert level, so I'm always in awe of people that have done anything notable above that level, and you've done tons of stuff.
This son of a gun's making more money than all the actors doing all these adverts.
Yeah.
Guilty.
What efforts are you doing?
Guilty.
Which ones can you mention?
Well, I don't know what's out. None of them are out
The
yet.
Reform Party?
None of them are out.
Yeah.
You did no, is there not any you can mention? Well, you did Gumtree before.
I did. Oh, yeah, but that was years ago.
Yeah, but you can mention the
Oh,
ones you've done, right?
Gumtree.
Wow.
I'm a Celebrity, You Were a Worm.
Domino's Pizza.
They cast you as a worm.
And no, I was the
Domino's.
voiceover
Amazing.
of a caterpillar, actually.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, but I did an advert recently. It was quite involved. It was 4 days filming for a TV ad.
Yeah.
And just like, even though it's just an advert, that the feeling of, as a comedian, being around a group of people every day rather than just sat in your own miserable little writing space.
Yeah.
Sat in your
You know
own
what I mean?
farts.
Yeah.
Or like, driving to gigs.
Yeah.
And just like being on set and all that kind of stuff. I just like loved it.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And you must get that all the time.
Yeah. I mean, the same could be said for any sort of job that doesn't require you to just sort of like
No,
travel
but as
by
in,
yourself.
being an actor. I know there's obviously loads of waiting around, etc. But
yeah.
oh, man, what a privilege to be like
It's the
done tons
best.
of acting.
When you're on set and everyone is like treating you nice, bringing you stuff, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I would do that all the time. The only catch is you have to like get cast and stuff.
Yeah,
to,
that is
like,
that is the
to
problem.
make that happen. But,
But
Do you do
but
adverts?
You've done loads.
I have done. I've done a Burger King, a McDonald's ad, and a KFC ad.
You're
in
not
New
allowed to
Zealand.
do that.
Yeah,
Conflict of interest.
It's conflicting.
they well in New Zealand they don't care.
They don't care.
Wow.
It's the Wild West out there, and I guess I just have the vibe of someone
Who loves
who
junk food?
goes and
Would you? Do you not do adverts here?
I would love to. Yeah.
Oh, have
but
you
they're
been
not
trying?
often looking for a New Zealander.
No, that's the
And
last
my
thing we
my
want.
British accent is a bit.
Well, hello, mate. Let me
It's a
tell
bit,
you.
like,
Got any
silly.
burger cake?
I've now
No.
done 5 or 6 adverts. I haven't spoken
Wow.
a single one.
There you go.
That's mad.
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's it.
They just want creepy guy with moustache.
Yeah,
Which I can do. When Bilal asked you dream role, I want to play all of those. Like, what's his name? Phil K. No, not Phil K. Paul K.
Mm-hmm.
You know him?
No.
He was Dennis Pennis, but now he's a serious
Oh,
actor.
him. Yeah.
He
Of course.
plays all the like evil, horrible.
Yeah.
I want to be that. That's what I.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
That's why
Being
I get
villain
to
would
my-
be good. I'd like to be a
my career.
detective.
Like,
Are you a detective in the Brokenwood thing?
yeah, I am. Yeah, it's like a New Zealand version of Midsummer Murders, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's been going for like 10 years, and I was a detective for about 6 seasons.
Is it fun playing a detective?
It's quite fun. It's quite like you sort of get the least emotional stuff to do in an episode because, you know, if you come in as like a murder suspect, it's all very high stakes, and you're just like, oh my God, my husband's died, and maybe I did it, or maybe I'm sad, and so they get lots of fun stuff to play. Whereas if a detective, it's a lot of just like, so they came at 9:45, and then they left 15 minutes later, but there was a window where they could have, and lots of like putting on rubber gloves, which is really difficult
To get it in one take.
because you put them on once and then you have to take them off and do the scene again. But in between, your hands gotten sweaty, so the next time you're trying to put them on, that's sort of like, yeah, you're putting them on like this.
See, they should do that in post. It should be CGI.
Yeah. That would be amazing. That would really help me.
What happened? Did your character get shot?
I moved over here, and so my character, I think, moved to the Solomon Islands to pursue like my girlfriend in the show became a scuba diver and instructor. I just sort of left one day.
But so you could come back though.
I could totally come back. Yeah.
That'd be good for the finale.
Have you ever seen? This is a very specific question, but I'm so obsessed with this character. Have you ever seen the TV series of Fargo?
I knew you were going to bring him up.
Yeah.
Have you seen series 3?
With Ewan McGregor's.
Yeah.
The Joel McGregor's, but
the villain.
The villain, David Thewlis.
David Thewlis. Yeah.
Is like, I literally haven't stopped thinking about him since I watched it, and I watched it about 2 months ago.
He's disgusting. He's a real creep in that, isn't he? I can't really remember what.
He's like picking his teeth, and he's like just really like
disgusting on TV.
But like with like
they've given him really disgusting teeth, which is kind of weird. That is a British stereotype.
He's amazing.
He's
a
incredible
actor. Yeah.
Like I would love to, that's my dream goal, to get like a role like that.
Dirty teeth, baddie,
sort of like horrible, sweaty, horrible.
Because it's just playing something it's kind of like a surprising, interesting take on something.
Yeah,
he's a villain. But he's
also very...
He doesn't brush his teeth.
He doesn't brush his teeth.
But he's also very, like, smooth and, like, he's got all the answers.
The first scene when he's introduced is really good.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Don't know.
Ewan McGregor, he speaks to one of the McGregors.
What happens?
He's like... I can't remember if he's like, oh, you don't owe this money anymore, but you owe it to me kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a really good, drawn-out scene.
And you never find out... Purposely, you don't find out what he does ever in it.
I can't remember, but...
And he lives in that lorry.
He lives in a lorry.
Lives in a lorry that's a data center.
I could probably help you with your acting. Do you want to do an acting exercise?
Oh,
please.
So this is called the Meisner technique. It's a very famous technique from New York.
Wait, man.
And I've studied it. It's been a while since I've done it. I can't really. I'm not going to do it properly. But basically, what it is, acting is supposedly it's about listening and reacting truthfully in the moment, right?
Yeah.
So I'll say something to you. I'll say, we're doing a podcast. And then you just have to repeat that to me, but reacting to the way I say it. So if you feel the need to like say like, oh, you're getting angry, or, just whatever I'm doing, you can say, oh, you're getting angry, or you're.
So I don't have to say what you're saying. I just have to react to
you say it until you feel the impetus to say something else.
Okay.
So so I'll say, we're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast. This is exciting, right?
You seem excited.
Yeah, you seem excited.
I am excited.
Yeah, because do you know why?
Why?
We're doing a podcast.
We're doing a podcast.
But who are we doing it with?
Who are we doing it with?
Oh, is that what the problem is with it?
Oh, is that what the problem is with it? Right.
It's this guy. Well, if I'd have known it was with this guy, I wouldn't have been as excited to do the podcast.
You don't seem like you like Bilal.
Is this part?
This is part.
You're confused.
I thought you didn't.
And saying, I think I can't remember how the Meisner technique works, but that was.
It didn't seem like it worked, but I enjoyed it.
I
feel like we were in the moment there,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Maybe we should have not done a podcast because we're in it.
Yeah, we shouldn't put this out.
No, as in like the scenario should have been different to the one we're actually in.
Oh, right, like.
But we shouldn't put this out. Is that?
This is going to ruin your career.
No, I thought that was good. No,
Yeah,
I
okay.
thought that was really good. Yeah. I think you're great.
Well,
You're
can
very
you
present.
send that to your agent?
Yeah,
Your acting agent.
I'll clip it up.
My
Can-
agent's gonna be furious because she does actually genuinely watch.
Could we
this.
send that now?
Send that now?
Yeah. Just
You're
get
not
your-
really in it though,
yeah.
Bilal. I feel like you wanted to act in the most.
Yeah, but I can. But well, let's send it now because what if we run out of time? I was
Right,
trying
yeah,
to
you
give
send it
us
to me and
So,
I'll send
I've
it
got
on.
some. I've got some Power Rangers questions, and then we'll get on with some.
Okay.
We'll get on with some some problems. I forgot.
Problem.
Some
Problem.
problems.
Some
Problems.
Some problems. So, do you get paid more or less because people know it's you? Like, because obviously you're playing a character that technically under that could be anybody, right?
In the show I play the.
But you never see your face, for example.
No, you do.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
yeah. You
Oh,
only
right.
see my face.
Oh, I assume you never saw.
No,
underneath.
when you put the helmet on, then it's a stunt guy.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
No, they're just like
Oh.
kids hanging out
Oh,
or like
I
young
didn't know
adults.
that.
Yeah, we work in a CD store in our.
Oh, is that what it is?
We work in a CD store, but also we live in a tree and we study magic.
We study magic.
Yeah, we study magic.
Study magic. And that's Meisner. So
I'm buzzing off.
that's
this.
Meisner.
You should have got on this filter coffee. I've absolutely lost my mind on it.
Yeah,
No,
we-
thank you. I don't want to touch that.
Very strong.
So you're doing Edinburgh Festival with a show about being the Yellow Power Ranger,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
and how are you feeling like about the show in terms of have you worked it up a lot or are you still working on it? You've got a month to go.
I've got a month to go. I'm still working on it, but it's feeling pretty good. Yeah, it's changed a lot over the whole time. It started from one thing I thought it would be like a sort of just like a straight stand-up show about my time on Power Rangers, and I've sort of changed it. And it's become more of like almost like a play, like it's a kind of a character thing. where
You're
it's-
too silly for just
I'm
a stand-up
too
show.
silly. That's it. My
No, but
silliness
I mean
wanted
that as
to
a
come out.
compliment.
No, but you're right. Like
Yeah.
it also felt too like braggy to be talking about Power Rangers in like I was a Power Ranger, guys. So the show has now become me at a comic convention trying to organize a reunion of the whole cast. But I'm the only one who's turned up and sort of like reliving my glory days, which has been a lot of fun. It's really like a fun,
nice.
fun concept.
How much have you rewatched that stuff?
I've been watching it a lot recently. Yeah,
Had you not seen it for a while?
I honestly hadn't watched it in about 15 years, I would say.
Wow.
And it's like so much of it I've forgotten that we had done, especially because the show is made by clipping bits from this Japanese show. They take all the fight footage and then they sort of build the American show
Has it
around
always
that.
been
Wow.
that then?
Yeah,
Still,
even-
I
even
wasn't
still do-
sure. I thought that was just at the beginning. And then
Maybe
they changed
maybe
it.
they make more of it now, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it's just such a like cost-effective
know that?
way to make the show.
But
So-
again, I've literally
All
not
the
even seen a
so
second of
basically
it.
the show, the costumes when they're all fighting and stuff, that is from a Japanese show,
Yeah.
and then they just have like
So
They'll
edited-
film new fights as well because
Yeah.
they have like a stunt team and stuff. But whenever they turn into the robots, that's all from the Japanese show. So they'll get these fights where it's like, a guy in a big robot in a wizard hat with a train, fighting a like sort of monster that's like a Venus flytrap, and they'll be like, why? How can we? Like, they'll have to like write an episode around that
that.
fight.
that's so
So
interesting.
everything
love that.
builds
Work
up to
back
that
from there.
fight,
Yeah.
and it'll be like the Power Rangers being like, "Well, God, there's a lot of Venus flytraps around the city." like, oh God, I wish I could take a train and get away from my problems. Like just to try to build. So it's a really hard job for the writers. Like,
Yeah.
but the process of filming it, like as it gets further into the season and there's more fights, that means there's less story that you sort of are directly involved with. So you're constantly just like, what the hell is happening at any one point? You're just running into a scene going, look out, it's the Venus flytrap. And then the next scene you film with you guys being like, well, we sure did it.
But I guess that's what like all acting has become with CGI right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going, ah!
Yeah, just blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
That is amazing.
And is there like one thing that you've either got coming up acting wise or that you've already done? Like, what is like the thing that you're most proud of in your acting career, would you say?
Ooh, Probably. I mean, I'm in the show Starstruck, which is already out.
Yeah.
So, and finished, but that was like probably probably my favorite acting and experience of like working on something.
Nikesh was meant to do it today, but he has a cold.
Yeah.
So you would have seen him.
I
But
love
then
Nikesh.
but he's not here.
What a guy.
He's lovely, isn't he?
Yeah.
You can't say why I guest pulled out on the podcast.
Is that not
He
allowed?
might not come back.
Yeah. He's not keen. I'm sorry.
Are you a big part of that show?
I was one of the writers for seasons 2 and 3.
Oh, lovely.
And with Alice and Rose, who are my good friends from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And that was that was the best experience because, as you say, like you're on set and you're having a good time and you're all making something that you really believe in, and a lot of it feels like you feel like it's a trick that you're allowed to do this, especially because like the three of us are from New Zealand. Like we've only moved over here in the last few years. Rose has been here longer, but we're all like working on this big BBC show, and you're just like, this is
that's amazing.
It's a trick. Someone is.
Can I just check something? You said right at the beginning that Nick's a really good friend of yours, right?
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, you didn't get. He's a writer, and you didn't even get.
No, but it's not his show.
No, but
What?
I don't think you're as good a friends as you think you are.
Well, what should I have got?
Just an audition at least.
Maybe
Just a little
maybe
crumb.
now I can.
Oh yeah.
Maybe now I can. Have you ever
Have
seen
you done
like?
the Meisner?
Yeah. Okay.
Do a Meisner and then.
Hello.
Hi.
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 You seem like you're having a.
Seem like you're having
And that
a.
coffee's really got to him.
Seem like you're having a stroke.
Seem like having a stroke.
I mean, this is great for people that are just listening as well.
Nick, he's been in my stuff.
Yeah, I know.
For no
And
money.
that's what I'm saying. And you've not been in his.
Yeah,
stuff for
I
money.
really dropped the ball on that. Sorry, man. It's not. I didn't create the show, you know,
Okay.
so I only had so
Well,
much sway.
Could you put me in touch with?
I'll send this to Rose. I'll send this clip of us.
Let me do a headshot now.
Headshot.
Sorry, we're doing a lot of physical things today.
Okay, should we move on to problems?
Yeah,
We got halfway through this episode. We haven't done a goddamn problem.
Yeah, but I've had a really nice
I
time.
know, but I'm just.
you having a nice time?
I'm having a nice time.
I'm
enjoying
here
myself.
to keep the format on track.
You excited about your preview later?
Yeah. Brighton Comedia, come on down if you're listening.
Well, live now.
If you're in the room right now.
How much do you think you have left to do on the show? I
I
know it's hard to tell at
yeah.
this stage, but how are you feeling about it?
I feel like I could go and do it now, but I would like to. There's still lots that I would like to make better. I don't know. You never really feel like something's done.
No.
And because this is going out, after today and after the Euros
Oh,
final.
in that case, it's done. I'm really excited. Please buy tickets.
But before the Edinburgh Festival, crucially, where and when are you doing it?
I'm at the Assembly Roxy at I think 5:50.
Can I just say, from Australia and New Zealand, all the acts go to Assembly,
Really?
pretty much.
Which
Very
one's Roxy?
It's by the
sorry.
Pleasance Courtyard.
How big
Assembly.
are we how many seats are we talking?
You're doing the Assembly
It's
Roxy.
Like 70.
What time?
Perfect.
I think I'm at 5:50. I have to check,
5:50.
but you can check. It's called Nick Sampson Yellow Power Ranger, and it just.
And there is only one show about that.
Oh my god! I hope so.
Imagine.
Actually, another Power Ranger did message me and say I was planning to come to the festival with a show. I don't know if it was specifically about being a Power Ranger.
But are they a comedian?
I don't know.
Well then, come on.
Fuck
you can't
them.
just
They're
come in
shitheads.
into our
You can't
space.
you can't just come into our space, shithead.
It's not a safe space.
Not with you about.
Let me tell you my problem for today, if I
Yes.
may be so bold as to do the first. I might
This
have
is how
brought
this
up
guy lives his
before.
life, and
This
it's
is how I live my
disgusting.
life. I might have brought this up before, but I have little nephews and nieces, 2 brothers. They got kids, cousins. They got kids. They know what I do. They know it's something interesting. But I'm not Jake Paul. I'm not I Show Speed. I'm not. Who else? Who are the big Fred? Do you remember that guy who's high pitched? Do you know what I'm talking about? Who else do they like? I'm not Hello
Mr.
Kitty.
Beast?
I'm not Mr. Bean.
Beast.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Beast.
Kids love bean.
How do I make them
you're
think
not Ed Gumbel.
I'm not Ed Gumbel. How do I make them think I'm cool? Is my question. How do I make the kids in my family
feel like you've
think I am
reused-
cool?
I feel like you
I
said
don't
this
think
about
I
2 weeks
used
ago.
this. I don't think I used this
you
as a
did.
problem. I think I was just talking about it.
How old are they?
Ranging from 3 to 15.
I'm not sure there's one quick fix.
Come on.
I don't think it's about showing them your YouTube stuff. I think it's about being a cool uncle with experience.
Yeah, I think it's about being present in their lives.
So do you
Get
mean
beyond the
Sort
screen.
of interested in the things they're into. I don't
Get
think
away
a YouTube
from
video
that damn
is gonna
laptop.
when I visit?
Stop
do you
pretending to be a football manager and live your life.
So when I visit them, if it's one of their birthdays, do I come in doing like a street dance?
No,
No, I would say no.
you get them a cool present.
What's that?
Well, I don't really know about 15-year-olds, but 3-year-olds love dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
So DVD to Jurassic Park.
no.
that?
15-year-old cigarettes.
15. Yeah, a vape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, vape.
Lost
Do you have
Ma-
kids
vape-
in
A
your-
I
vape
lost
for
Mary.
all, I feel like.
Oh yeah, vape.
Because they're any age.
Because they're good for you.
Yeah.
Do you have kids in your family?
Not in my. Oh, in my wife's sister has 2 kids.
Counts.
Yeah.
Are they?
And I
here,
think I
like-
feel like I've got on side with them. Like it took a while, but I think they think I'm cool now.
Should I be like Mrs. Doubtfire?
What are you
And
going to
just
dress up as?
some
Dress
lady,
up as like a British
No,
nanny.
some old
wouldn't do that.
Scottish lady.
Well, then they might fall in love with Mrs. Doubtfire, but then you won't.
No, you're
Get any
thinking
of
of the
the
wrong
rewards.
film. You need to be like Uncle Buck.
What does he do?
What?
What does Uncle
John
Buck
Candy.
do? Yeah, but what is it? What's his thing?
Mate, you could.
He's
What
ordering
if you were
pizzas,
to
he's
like
staying up
lease a really good car and just pull up outside?
Okay.
You know, just pretend you're rich.
Honda.
Like a Honda,
Only wear sunglasses
like a
around.
2018 Honda Jazz.
Honda Jazz. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you care?
Of course I can.
No, you want them to like you, but why
Yeah.
do they need to think you're cool?
It would be nice. I feel weird that they know I do something online and all of this.
But so hang
Yeah.
on, one's 3, one's 15. What else we got age-wise?
8, 10. You know.
I
There's
honestly
a
feel
bunch
like
of them now.
The 15-year-old let them go.
you're probably you're probably
Too late.
projecting nervousness to these kids.
Okay.
Don't show them your mouldy flat.
They're not allowed over to the mouldy flat.
I think you just got to be
Don't
confident.
show them how you live.
Just be confident.
You could buy them walkie-talkies. That's what we did for my
Oh,
wife's sister's
How
kids.
old are they?
7 and 9.
What if I go one better? What if I get iPhones?
wait, no, let me tell you
For
this.
all of
No,
them.
no, no.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, I reckon that would
This is
work.
what happened to me, and it was to this day one of my greatest memories. My dad got 2 walkie-talkies, and I didn't realise he'd come home, and he went and hid upstairs, and he hid a walkie-talkie in the sofa. I was about 4,
Aww.
and he was like, Joe. And he was like, it's the sofa. And I was like,
That's the moment you became a comedian.
it's really good.
That's amazing.
That's a very
It's the
sweet
sofa?
story.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
How did I go wrong from there
I know.
to a life of crime?
The things he does. We talk about all of Joe's crimes on Patreon. That's not even a joke.
I haven't even done any this week.
So your answer to my issue is get them all iPhone, the new one, which is they're all about £1,000 each.
No, I just,
I think that's a good answer.
yeah, iPhone or vape.
You just got some fun with them. Play a game with them, some sports.
Yeah.
What sport?
Oh, well, what do they like? Do they like football?
Maybe.
Get them doing kick-ups.
Okay. I'll have a whistle.
Take them skateboarding.
Take them skateboarding.
I don't think take a whistle and get really sort of like authoritarian on them. Just like have some fun with them.
But they like. Maybe I should be like an army guy, like
No, don't start taking them for runs or something.
in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, no.
That was too loud. That needs. That's gonna need sound editing. Why do you have?
Kids don't love whistles.
Why do you have a whistle? God, well,
don't even
I
know.
don't think we want to know what he's got planned after this.
I was,
He's gotta go and start a
hosting
swimming
a
race.
school sports day, like an adult school sports day for a company. I needed a whistle,
Oh wow, really?
You were hosting a sports
like
day.
corporate thing.
They didn't provide the whistle?
Yeah, they gave me the whistle.
Oh, they gave you.
They said you can keep the whistle.
Well, who's gonna have it after I put that in my
Is
mouth?
that your payment? Okay, Joey, what's your
What's my
issue
problem?
you're having with your lame life?
Okay, as I told you, I'm trying to get in shape at the moment, right? And I'm not lazy. Like I'm very good at exercising. Like I like running a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is self control. Like in all aspects of my life, I'll play too much FIFA. Last night, right?
Do we want to know?
No,
what you're
last
gonna
night,
say?
me and Rebecca went. We got some food, like a sort of like late
have?
lunch sort of thing.
What'd you have?
No, we just had like some bits off of the. So we didn't. They only did roasts, so they did. So we had like it was like a thing of prawns.
A thing of prawns, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like, you get like a pint of. It wasn't that big. It was like some padron peppers
Oh, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
and like a ham hock terrine thing
Always bringing up ham and bacon. around.
and some roast potatoes. So we shared that, but that was like mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
I wasn't really hungry, but at 9 o'clock, I was like, let's make cheese toasties. Didn't need to do that. I need to have better self-control because that's what's not going to get me down to my target weight for my 40th birthday.
You know, Ozempic,
How do I have better self-control?
Ozempic makes you not want to eat anything.
I know, but I don't want to cheat. I do it the old-fashioned way.
What can you eat that's quite filling?
I do this. I got my dried mango for the car. What's funny about that? That's
I don't know. It's just quite.
and Rebecca makes this really delicious black bean thing. It's like just black bean and rice.
I'll have a
'cause it's
thing
like
of
complete
prawns and a
protein.
black bean thing.
No, so it's
to
like
go.
now I'm really into eating beans at the moment.
Beans are lovely. Butter beans.
But then I will do something stupid like, oh, I'll get Domino's now because I've been healthy for about 45 minutes.
How do you have
More
space? Do you have a big
Yeah, I have a
appetite?
big appetite
I don't really.
for everything, for life.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
That's difficult. Coffee is a good appetite suppressant. Cigarettes.
None of this sounds like it's gonna make me healthier.
Yeah.
I just want to have a bit more self-control.
I think you look great.
Yeah, but I still want to. I got my demons, Nick.
That's a very baggy top. That's a very baggy top.
Also, I'm only 14.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Do you ever do any health kicks or anything like that?
Yeah. I do. Well, we try and do a meal plan and during a week so that we don't like get too many takeaways and stuff. Like
That's nice.
we print it out and put it on the fridge.
So give me some.
and we know what we're having.
What's some meals on there? Come on.
Last night I had a gochujang fish pie.
Sorry.
Gochujang fish pie, which was like fish pie with gochujang paste, just like peppery, spicy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was okay actually. It wasn't,
Oh,
I
no,
don't
I'm
know if
sorry.
I'd do that again.
Okay. What else?
What else? We did like an anchovy stuffed chicken with chickpeas and spinach. They're just on the Guardian.
Was
these
that good?
recipes. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
The
That sounds
Guardian
good.
recipes.
Yeah.
We go to the Daily Star for our recipes. Fish fingers.
Chip supper. How good is your problem? Should we do yours next or should we do yours last? How good is it, do you reckon?
What kind of, mate? That's not how to
Do you
treat
mean
a
like
guest.
how much mileage we get from it?
Yeah. So
No,
we've
no.
got quite a juicy.
No, that,
Let's do my problem because
Yeah.
it's not very big.
No, look, we would do yours either way.
We're doing,
No, my
we're doing
problem's
it
shit.
either way.
No,
guys.
we
My-
don't
no.
treat
And
guests
I'm
like
shit.
this.
I'm shit as well.
We do not
Okay,
have...
listen. All right, you shithead. Let's have your problem.
It's not even worth saying actually. It's I have a moth problem at my house. It is overrun by moths at the moment.
Really?
Like clothes moths.
Catch
no.
it, bin it, kill it, straight away.
No, I'm talking dozens flying around at night. I'm going to say about 10 traps around the house.
Traps? What kind of traps?
They're from this
They're
place
called
called
lights.
the Manchester Mothmen.
Excuse
It's
me?
a small startup that I found on Amazon. They make moth traps. They put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of fun copy, a lot of fun
Okay.
little slogans on the side.
And how does a moth trap work?
It's like a glue trap,
okay.
and you put it up in the moths.
And
they're
are they
attracted
just
to it.
covered?
Yeah, it's bad.
Have you? What about mothballs? Do they work? Do you know about those?
Isn't that what moths
Okay.
make?
No.
Mothballs?
No, they're these white balls that my mum used to have them around the house.
Oh,
And
right. Yeah, I've got some
Yeah,
like
but they
cedar.
smell like
some
they
cedar
smell like a
woods.
men's toilet though.
They're weird. Yeah, I don't know if they're.
No, you can get
popular
these
now.
discs now because Rebecca's got them in her flat. They're like wooden discs.
I've got
and they're
some
really
of
good.
those. I've
Oh,
got some. These guys.
not helping
stink, yeah.
And for a while, like I think you just need to bag up all your clothing.
Yeah.
But the problem is because do you know what makes the holes in the? Because people think it's the moths eat the clothing. It's not. It's the eggs that make the hole in the clothing. What the egg sacs made from.
What?
It like burns holes in your clothing.
What?
Yeah, it's not the moths, it's the eggs.
What you
It is
gonna-
actually
well,
not-
How long
this
has
is
this
not a
been an
good
issue?
problem.
Why didn't you call me?
I feel like we've
How long has this been
fallen
going
out
on?
of touch. I didn't want
It
you
does
to
explain
bring up
his
the
t-shirt,
Star
though. Hey,
Strikes.
Bilal.
Yeah.
I know. It does explain his t-shirt.
What's my
No,
t-shirt?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Imagine it was full of holes.
Yeah, I actually do a couple of
The
them
guy
on,
from
so-
Starstruck comes in with holy clothing. We get that on we get that circulated to the news
Put
websites.
that on Demois.
Podcast news.
Oh, I follow them. Yeah.
Podcast news.
Podcast news.
Yeah.
There's no podcast news. man.
Podcast. The same podcast news over and over again.
How long has this been an issue? Sorry.
I would say about a month.
Oh, so it's quite new.
So in a month, how many moths have you seen?
I've put so
Are they
I would
little?
say 100.
Are they like tiny or
Yeah,
big?
little like clothes moths. Like.
Yeah.
And is it happening to your clothes then? They are.
They're not. I haven't noticed too much damage to my clothes,
They
but
might
they're just
not be
everywhere, and they
clothes
just
ones, though.
driving me insane because I go around at night
So is there a nest?
and they leave like a brown.
Yeah,
they're really
silt.
they're
A
sooty.
silt.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is there like an attic bit
Yeah,
above, and
there
that's
is.
where
that could be where they're coming
that's where
from.
the nest is?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get a guy in. Joey, you and your dad would
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
just come around and sort them out.
Would you?
Yeah.
flamethrower.
Great.
Yeah.
You'll sort it out.
I've yet to work out what my technique will be, but I'll take care of this.
It's just slapping them the same thing.
I
like
think
a-
you might have to get a guy in, right?
Yeah, I think. I have to get
Unfortunately.
I'm the
that.
guy.
You
Get me in. Tag me in. I'm ready.
just give him a whistle, he'll do it.
Yeah, all right.
They hate whistles.
that's-
And they hate stand-up comedy. Oh no, that's the Moth Club audience.
That's a good.
Thank you.
joke.
That was good.
I was in the show,
Oh,
the
here we
Dave
go
show
again.
live at the Moth. and
Don't
they
bring
cut
the
me
mood
out.
down.
Really?
Yeah, they cut me out.
Oh man. Sorry to hear that.
Get a guy in basically.
Yeah.
Or me and my dad will come around and do it. Can I tell this story?
Yeah.
When I was working with my dad's an electrician, right, and he's a bit scared of wasps. And we were doing it was in the Bank of Tokyo, right? So, but you can only work there at night. So obviously people are there in the day, but because it's Tokyo, a few people are still working at night. And my dad was like, right, I'm going to do this smoke detector. Just keep the wasps away, because it was near the wasp's nest that was in the ceiling void. Keep them away from me. And then he gave me a tea tray and he went, that's what you're going to use. Don't knock me off the ladder. Just, if you see a wasp, fucking twat it. So I was like, okay. And one came and it was like heading towards my dad. I absolutely smashed it. And I went, have that, you cunt! And then this woman looked up from her desk and I just went, have you noticed a wasp problem in here? And she just like looked back at her screen. So we could come and sort out your moths.
Yeah.
Is that the
With a
kind of
tea
thing
tray.
you'd like?
And some
It sounds
profanity.
very entertaining.
Yeah, make a great Instagram reel. Anyway, I've got a peach of a problem here today from Jolly Boys Outing on Instagram.
I know them.
You know them?
Yeah.
All right.
From online.
Yeah. He says, Gapham.
That's us.
He says, actually, it says hashtag GAP, M.
You can't have a comment in a hashtag.
Yes,
it
you
doesn't
can.
work.
Gapham. My partner's gran wants to buy our daughter a dress to wear for her upcoming 3rd birthday. She actually said a girly, bright, flouncy frock. Trouble is, she buys the most awful tat. How do we save my little girl from wearing a ghastly dress at her own birthday without offending the granny?
Oh.
I think you can't. I really think grandparents are mad. The amount the amount that they love their grandchildren is ridiculous, and it's scary. I feel like you can't really stop them, man. unless you buy something in advance, or you're like, oh, she really wants to dress as this character or something, right?
Yeah,
Right.
I think
I
I know what you do.
I don't normally do this, but I'm going to look on Jolly Boy's Outings Instagram and see if this is actually like him being bothered about not looking cool enough in front of the other parents. Because it's a 3-year-old kid. Just like let the kid look stupid. They're only 3. What does it matter?
God.
There's probably some other things at play here, though. You know, it's probably power struggles with the grandma, maybe. I think I know what you do, which is you are going to have the kid be in the dress for a little bit, and then give them like juice or like some cake or
Oh,
something.
and spill it.
They'll
That's such
get
a
it
great
all over
idea.
the dress, and they'll be like, we've got to change. Get that done early. Get a few photos in the dress, and then you know.
That's
a brilliant
great idea.
What would you
Really
give?
good.
Like, what's the messiest thing?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, a handful of
Come
spaghetti
to-
bolognese.
Just change the invite to come to the spaghetti bolognese party.
I think an ice cream maybe, or
And
In
then,
a cone,
and then as
like
the kids eat it, just shove the kids.
yeah, it pushed them a lot. Yeah, and made the ground slippery, like wet.
I was going to go for a slightly longer, more involved,
Okay,
but this
yeah.
also helps solve your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say to the grandmother, we're actually going to take, in the special dress, we're going to take our daughter to see the Yellow Power Ranger where he lives. And then you leave the dress there by accident and it gets eaten by moths.
Sure. Yeah. And she'll be like,
Your moths are well fed, they're happy, the parents are happy.
Your muffs are happy, your wife's happy.
They're well fed.
yeah. I've got lots of people coming to my door. That's great. Yeah.
I think you solved it instantly.
I think you solved it instantly.
What's like, isn't there like a good chocolate cake with like a filling? Like, isn't there cakes where like you bite into it and it's like,
Why are you going like that?
you're getting
'cause I
so
love
excited
cake.
about
And
this
then it's
cake.
like, it's got inside there's like a, you know,
Like a chocolate bomb.
that kind
Yeah.
of thing, man.
Ticking chocolate time bomb.
Yes.
Popping
Come
candy.
on. Popping candy isn't that messy.
Yeah, I one of those hot wraps from Pret because
Oh.
No, not
those
hot, not it's 3-year-old.
And don't get a 3-year-old
Do you want this
hooked
plan
on
to work
Pret.
or not?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Those hot wraps, the meatball ones.
Yes.
Get the
Instantly
kid.
all over
I've
the
got
top.
it.
Okay.
Sign the kid up on its birthday to a Tough Mudder in the dress.
Tough Mudder, paintballing, yes. Proper day out.
Just shoot the kid at point blank range.
No.
No, with a paintball gun.
No, I know, but that's still not allowed.
Oh.
Well done, Nick.
Well
You've
done,
done really
Nick.
good
Oh,
advice.
thanks, guys.
Normally we're useless on it.
Usually our guest comes on and they just start promoting their album. And we're like, can we do the
I
thing?
would like to promote my album.
Would you're promoting your Edinburgh show.
Oh,
of
how's
course.
you learning how to be a guitarist going, you piece of shit?
It's good. I mastered Nirvana.
Oh, yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Me too, but that's because I've been meditating.
No, I am going to try and learn to play the
That's
guitar.
a really
Can you
good
play
joke
the
there.
instruments? That was good. It was
That was
good.
a
It
really
was
good joke there,
I'm
actually.
That was good. I can play the guitar a little bit.
sorry.
Yeah. And the drums as well.
Oh. There you go. There he goes.
That
That's
was
for-
his special Power
That's
Rangers.
for YouTube.
That
was his special Power
That's
Rangers.
roughly all we've got time for. But let's once again promote anything that you want to promote.
My album.
Yeah.
Nick Sampson sings the blues. And if you're in Edinburgh, please come and see my show Yellow Power Ranger at the Fringe. And yeah, come say hi. I'll gladly spill something on your daughter's dress.
What a
Oh.
plug. I just want to quickly say, as I did last week, tickets are still just about on sale for my gig at the Bedford Fringe on the 18th of July and also October the 6th in London. Where I'm going to be. I think that'll be my first tour date of my
Cancel
tour.
that one.
Okay.
My birthday's on October the 16th, and this fraud wants to do a gig on October the 6th. Thank you so
Trouble in
much.
Paradise. Eh?
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure.
What a great
Thank you.
guest.
Wow.
Thank you, everyone.
For a
Don't
change.
forget to like us and all of that stuff or whatever.
I'm having a really good time.
It's over.
Okay.
Bye.
Salute.
Salute.